So I want to talk about the Charlotte train stabbing and was it racially motivated? So I saw Andrew Tate arguing that it was racially motivated and someone else was saying they need more facts and stuff like that. And I guess my question is, who cares if it was racially motivated? That young lady will never go home to her family or friends. They'll never hear her voice again. Like, if he didn't like her face, if he thought her hair was stupid, she was a woman, or it was her skin color, who cares? Like, he killed her. He thought about it, pulled out his knife, opened it up, and then started to stab her. And I've seen articles where his family is saying he has a mental illness of schizophrenia, and he went to prison. And after he got out, that he had schizophrenia, which sounds, if it's true, okay, but it just sounds like they're trying to blame the system for how he is and blame prison, which obviously isn't supposed to be a good place. He had committed crimes, several of them, before his mental illness. So, and I, so, and a mental illness isn't like gambling or an alcohol addiction where you have to chuck yourself in. And then I saw that she had him diagnosed and that they said he's not a danger to himself, so they couldn't take him in. And like, if you're not suicidal, there's no option. But they can't do anything. But if he's schizophrenic, then you don't know what he's going to do. He is a danger to you and everyone else around him if he's truly schizophrenic. I have worked with kids that are schizophrenic and they are unpredictable. You have no idea. They'll yell at themselves, yell at you about ridiculous things. Like a kid got mad at me because the internet went out. I'm a para sitting in a classroom. I have no control over that, yet he's yelling at me and the principal for the internet going out. We had nothing, like, they're not rational. And it said, after his diagnosis, he was given medication but refused to take it. Well, how is that not a stipulation of his parole? That he has to take that medication or he goes back to prison? I'm sure you can drug test him to see if he's taking the medicine and to see if it's in his system. So why can't that be a part of his parole? Because once you get out of prison, you don't just pop out and no parole. There's parole. So why can't that be a part of his parole where he has to take this medication? If he doesn't, he can go back to prison. And if what his family is saying is true, then this needs to be a wake-up call to all these mental health facilities and everything, because apparently he was in one for 14 days and they just released him into his mom and dad's care, and then his mom and dad couldn't take it anymore, so they put him in a shelter. So again, if there's no money, then he needs to go back to prison if he refuses to take his medication. How is that not in his parole? I don't understand how this can't be in his parole. Like, what are we doing here? If someone is diagnosed as schizophrenic, which is extremely serious, it's not like, oh, you're depressed. That's generally, you're just a danger to yourself, which that's not good, but at least others are safe. At least others are safe. But if you're schizophrenic, and he was talking about having a chip in his head, and he didn't actually, the chip made him kill the woman, and he obviously needed to be in prison or a mental facility. How can these people, they're trained professionals, right? But they can't keep this guy anymore because our hands are tied. We don't know what to do. Like, then these people need to be fired and you need to get new people in. Or maybe pay them more so you can actually get better people. But I still don't understand how not taking your medication will not just is not a part of your parole. I don't get that at all. Please, someone tell me how you get out of prison, you're schizophrenic, diagnosed, you are supposed to take medication, but that's not a part of your parole. It's an easy way to get someone to take it or put them in prison where they're no harm to the honest, hardworking people that are in this country that simply want to get home, go to work, go out with friends,